Mike Dell's World number 251 for October 16th, 2016.
I think it's time for Mike Dell's World.
There it is. And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. And I am in chilly, northern Michigan. Actually, it's not too bad out there. It's been highs in the 60s, lows in the 40s, that kind of thing. Just the kind of weather you need a furnace for. And unfortunately, our furnace is kaput. So got a guy coming over today or tomorrow to do an estimate to replace said furnace. So, yay me. Other than that, everything's been going great. Got a new vehicle for the wife and got a second dog in the house, at least for the time being. Probably seen the post on MikeDell.com about Percy. We have been, I should say. Kathy is involved as well, volunteering for a beagle rescue. It's the, the Midwest Beagle Education, or Beagle Rescue Education and Welfare, or Midwest Brew. That's it. And they take beagles in, either strays or from shelters, and they put them in foster homes, get them all squared away, and then put them on the website to be adopted. Website is gotbeagles.org. And Percy is our first foster, and he's snoring lightly behind me, but you probably can't hear it. But he's getting along with Benny, our beagle puppy, who's now 5 months old and a holy terror, but he's getting better. With dogs, it's just one of those things. It takes them a while to grow up, and Percy's a year old, so he's pretty much grown up, but obviously it took him a while to get used to being here and being tortured by the puppy. So I don't know what's going to happen with him, if we're going to keep him or if we're going to put him on the website to be adopted. We'll see. He's still got a couple little medical issues that need to be squared away, so we'll get that done before we make that decision. So it should be pretty cool. Just basically wanted to turn on the mic and do a quick update of what's been going on. I didn't realize it's been over a month since I did a podcast on this feed. I have since resurrected Geek of the North again, so that one's back in production over at the modernlifepodcastnetwork.com. Of course, Podcast Help Desk. I got off hiatus on that one, and I've done a few episodes since then. Took kind of the summer off from most of the podcasting. And, of course, I've got Podcast Quick Hits over there at podcasthelpdesk.com as well. That's a little 5-minute rant thing. Geek of the North is going to be about a 5 to 10 to 15 minutes, somewhere in there. Whenever I do it. So I'm taking the pressure of schedule off on all of them except for not Geek of the North, all of them except for Podcast Help Desk, which I'm going to try to stick to a Friday-ish release schedule. I don't know if it'll always be on Friday, but it'll be as close to Friday as I can do it every week. And that'll be a little bit longer form, 45 to an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. And I said, so that's what I've been doing in the podcasting world, other than my day job at Blueberry, doing tech support and consulting and documentation and whatever else they need me to do. Kind of nice having the commute down the stairs here, so I don't have to travel a whole lot. Or at least I don't have to travel to an office very often. I'd say probably twice or 3 times a year they make me go down to the Columbus office. which, like I said, it's not too bad. Go down there for a few days and get reacquainted with everybody and get a few projects done that's better done in person. So I'll be doing that here in the next couple of weeks, going down there for, I don't know, I think 2 or 3 days. I think I'm going to be down there a whole week, but we'll see. So if you're in the Columbus area, I'll be there in a couple of weeks. Get a hold of me, and maybe we can hook up for a beer, a coffee, eyeball, whatever. That'll be cool. And, during that week, there'll also be the Blueberry/Columbus area podcaster meetup over at the Blueberry HQ. So, like I said, if you're a podcaster and you're in the Columbus, Ohio area, be sure to check that out. Be nice to meet up with a few of you and all that. But I think that's more my podcast help desk audience than this audience. Like I said, this is just my little update. Oh, yeah, and one more thing. Traverse City Podcast is up. At least the site's up. Losing my train of thought here. Oh, yeah, the website, blog is up over at traversitypodcast.com. I'll be doing some snowbird reports. That's what I'm going to be doing over there about once a week. I'm going to fill in all the snowbirds and visitors or I guess you could call them expats, but people that used to live in Traverse City that just want to keep up with what's going on from the perspective of just the normal guy that lives here in Traverse City. So that's the plan over there. We'll see what it turns into. But I'll try to keep everything shorter and not as scheduled. That way it doesn't seem like work, and if I want to throw something out, I can. And that's what I've been doing. I mentioned the new car. Well, it's not new. Of course, I don't buy new cars. Haven't in a really, really long time anyway. We bought a Subaru to replace the Subaru that got crushed by the tree last year. So we got another Subaru Forester, a little bit newer, a little bit nicer. And I look forward to utilizing that in the upcoming snow season. I said it's definitely fall around here. But we got a really good deal on this car. Couldn't pass it up. So Kathy is slowly but surely, quote-unquote, moving in to that car. So that'll be her daily driver, and we'll retire the SUV back to a third vehicle status, and I'm going to sell the old van that I've got that really doesn't deserve to be on the road anymore. It deserves to be various parts of other vehicles. It's got a good engine, good transmission, good rear end, and maybe a good frame, but the body is rotten. So it's time to retire that one to somebody's parts bin. Or it might make a good storage shed. The rust isn't so bad that it's not weather tight. It's just really ugly. So who knows? But if I keep it over the winter, I'll probably drive that as the winter beater because it's perfect for that. It's got a heater, it's got a window, and it's got decent snow tires on it. So that would work. Yeah, whatever. Don't need that many vehicles laying around, that's for sure. Especially with the impending furnace replacement. Hopefully that happens fairly quickly as it's getting colder. Of course, I've got a couple of Eden Pure space heaters. So one keeps the office nice and warm, and the other one keeps the upstairs, at least the living room area warm. And then if Kathy's cooking in the kitchen, that keeps the kitchen pretty warm. And like I said, it hasn't been brutally cold, and don't really expect brutally cold for another month or so. So it should be okay. Let's see what else has been going on. Not a whole lot. Like I said, just working and getting used to the new gig. I know I've been doing it for 5 months now. Just about as long as we've had the puppy, and that's worked out really, really well. I'm impressed with how much stuff I can get done sitting here rather than commuting to some office and all that. That'll make it nicer for this winter. That was the motivation of getting Kathy a Subaru, because I won't have to get up and clear the driveway really early in the morning. I can do that on my lunch break or in the evening, because she'll be able to get out at least, and that'll be nice. Of course, we only have one spot in the garage, and traditionally I've used that spot because I was doing the courier gig, and plus I had to get up and go to an office, whereas Kathy went in a little bit later to what she did, so it wasn't as important that she didn't have to scrape snow. So now, since I don't have to go anywhere, I'll leave my car outside or my van outside, and Kathy can use the garage. So at least going to work, she won't have to scrape windows. She probably still have to scrape windows and warm up the Subaru when she leaves work, but got to do that. So anyway, things are coming together. I'm almost ready for winter. I got to take the tractor and put the snowblower back on it and make sure that's all tuned up and ready to go. The walk-behind blower is still sitting in the garage right where it was, so I'll probably start that up, make sure it's doing what it's supposed to. So I'll have plenty of snow removal. Somebody bought the house next door, so I won't have to plow two driveways, there's a big shared driveway, a big wide shared driveway, but I'll do my half and he can do his if he wants to. That'll work. So we have a little bit less snow removal duties this year. Hopefully we don't get a ton, but I don't know. It's nice to have snow. That's why I live here. Keeps the lakes up. It's all right. Since I don't have much more to say, I'm going to cut this one short. Just wanted to do a little update. And I appreciate everybody that's listened throughout the years. Would you believe this show has been on over 11 years in various forms? And still going. Maybe not going strong, but going. That's the way it is. And one of these days I got to get Jim Farley in here to do a What's Up With That. Maybe try to do that before the election. Man, that election is definitely a What's Up With That. Oh, well. You got a choice between a maniac and a liar and a guy that's just batshit crazy, and Gary Johnson. I vote for batshit crazy. We'll see. Catch me later.